So let's begin sitting comfortably and circling. 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 There's a breathing rhythm. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then reverse. Good. And one more. So we reverse the leg crossing and we start over again. So some of you might be sitting on a blanket or a cushion. So we reverse the leg crossing, lengthen spine, and turn. You know, it's very heartwarming to see everyone when we start our session, to see our beautiful community. It makes me so happy. And so many of you have been like, you haven't missed a single one, and some, you know, maybe you just happen to make it in today. Anyways, it's so wonderful. Thank you. Let's reverse. So just moving, getting your spine, your shoulders to move. Good work. Okay. Side bendings are really important also for twists. So we create space, lengthen. You may want to drop down on your elbow or keep your arm extended, the far knee dropping down. You take a breath in, exhale, reach through the fingers, and see if you can really create space. Breath in, exhale, and then we release and we take it the other direction. So reaching up, inhale, exhale over. So elbow down or arm extended. And of course, instead of forward or arm in front of the face, you want to go back. So arm is kind of above your ear. Deep breath in, exhale. Nice. And release. Good work. So from here, we'll stretch the legs out. And I did log on a little later. I've been kind of logging on like 15 minutes earlier. And today I logged on like 5 minutes before the start of class. Point, flex, sorry about that. Point, flex, and point, and flex. So we're coming to half spinal twist. The easier way, let's just say out of like uniformity's sake, because there's lots of twists, that we'll always twist to the right first, okay? So one leg is over the other, that's easier for your twist, or the other knee folds in. You will decide what works better for your knee joints and your hip joints. So this right leg that comes over, I want to really press the foot down. I don't want it to be hanging out in the air, okay? So left arm up, inhale, come across, hand or elbow across knee, lengthen the spine, and think about moving from your belly, from your ribs, from your shoulders. Nice breath in, and then keep turning. Look to the space behind you. It could be a quarter turn, or you're turning more deeply. Breath in, exhale. It might be your fingertips down or palm down, but your hand is, you know, fairly close into your hip. It's not way out. So anytime we twist, we want an axis. The axis could be vertical, could be horizontal, could be on many kind of planes we could think of. But we do want you rotate best on an axis. Let's come out. Before we do second side, extend your legs. Have your feet together. Use a strap if you need to for reaching your feet. But first, come up, extend, breathe in, and then come forward. So maybe you don't have a strap and you're just reaching for your feet, or maybe are you reaching for calves, shin bones, or lengthening, and then exhale and lower. And I know the back will round, my back will round. But as you're here from time to time, extend, get length, and then fold again, and take a few rounds of breath. elongation. You want to stretch your spine. And again, don't forget to extend, look ahead of you, exhale, lower. Now, some of you are more open. Some of you have more flexibility. I'm thinking of Julie. Julie hasn't been joining us for Zoom, but we would give Julie like 2 blocks. I'll let her know that we're thinking about her. Okay, and or you know, you can use the block as a leg extender, an arm extender, or breathing. Okay, inhale, lengthen, and we have second side. So left leg over the other. Do the variation that works best for you. Lower leg straightened or not. So I lift, I get both sitting bones down, left foot makes contact with the mat, right arm up, breath in and twist. So it's hand or elbow across knee. Really move from your navel, twist and look back. So your hand could be in the air, hand could reach for foot, heel, and breathe. Taking a moment, notice so the more you go into your twist, the more you have to figure out your breathing. So when I inhale, I create space. When I exhale, I deepen. So these twists originate really, it's like outer hip releases, and then you work your way up along the spine. Think of a corkscrew being pulled out of the cork, out. And so there's that corkscrew movement through your body, lifting upward. And come out. So we'll stretch the legs out. And once again, we'll reach forward for the feet. I will grab my strap and show it. So as you come forward, I like to reach the arms up, get length, come forward. So many ways to grab, one wrist over the other, elbows coming down. But again, I know the back will round. So from time to time, I'm going to try to elongate. If you have back pain, just something maybe that if you live with some kind of pain, then maybe you really want to exaggerate the extension. Others, like we'll find we can lower, but then from time to time extend. Okay, take 2 more rounds of breath. Reach the arms up, extend, release the arms, and from here, we'll do a little something different, right? So your feet, think windshield wiper, your feet are about as wide as your mat, and your knees will go side, 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 pretty easy. And then next time your knees go to your right, pause, left hip is up off the mat. You're going to be off your mat as you come forward. Try to elongate your back. And it might be that you can lower your head. It's pretty easy, but you might find maybe not easy for you. Maybe you're like, okay, I feel this in my right outer hip, maybe not. So here's where I challenge you, right? So you might think, oh, I'll stay here. Or you extend your lower leg. Oh, you extend your left leg as well. And you're making like an L, I don't know, more like a V. And you're gonna, maybe you're up on your hands and you're gonna walk your hands over to the right a little more and look back. So I'm looking towards the sofa. You could flex the straight leg. I'm hoping Rush is doing this. So you're flexing your right ankle and twisting, breathing in, exhale, and release, come out, soles of the feet together, come forward, lower your head, breath in, exhale, come up, and we'll go side to side a few more times. So back and forth, knees fall left, turn, twist, and again, just different ways here. So you might say, okay, that's it for me. Or you come forward, dropping onto your elbows. Maybe your forehead drops down. And I challenge you to extend. It's your left leg that would straighten. If you can't go there, don't worry about it. Stay with the first part. I'm flexing the ankle and the other leg straightens. So it could be relaxed, it could be straightened, but see how that works. You could be on your elbows or on the first side. What we did was we extended. When I extend, my knee comes down. If I'm down, I can straighten my leg, just kind of how it works. And then maybe you'll walk your hands to your left, turn your head left, get length, get a nice twist, breathe in, exhale. Some of these are so unusual. I mean, like, would you ever come into this if you did not do yoga, right? The answer is a resounding no, probably not. Okay, breathe in and then release and come back to center, and soles of the feet are together. Take a breath in. Exhale, and you're coming to bound angle, but actually when you lower, you're coming into Kurmasana tortoise. So bringing your head down towards your feet. Breath in, exhale, and one more from the seated, one more twist from the seated. So you can see they're always poses that will bring us into alignment, stretching, and there will be side bends. So bending your right knee, and we twist. So I'm keeping my left leg straight. I can see it, ankles flexed, toes pointing up, not out to the side. And then twist, keep both sitting bones down as you twist. Oh, more open twist. So you may find that this is plenty for you. So I'm really trying to roll my right shoulder back. I'm looking to the bookshelf, okay? So this might be it. Or some of you will go towards a plank, a side plank. So if you're going towards a side plank, your hand is down, your knee dropping down, and sending your back foot, my left foot is off the mat, it's behind me, arm is up, so it might be side or you're coming upward. So why you may not want to do this is if your wrist or shoulder don't like this. But with the knee down, it's pretty doable. You're looking up, reaching, breath in. So you could emphasize more of a side bend or more of a back bend. I think side bend, I'm looking to the screen. Back bend, I'm looking up towards the ceiling. Release, come out, and we'll do second side. So other knee bending. Straight leg, it's not all floppy. The ankle is flexed, reach up, inhale, and twist left. Keep both sitting bones down. The tendency is to want to lift the right buttock. So keep down and then twist. And it's a pretty, there's different twists, right? There's twists where you have to push against, against something, like you're pushing against the leg, like the previous twist. This one, it's pretty open, so you can really have a lot of movement. And then from here, we're going to come, you could stay here or come into your side plank. And if you're coming into your side plank, your one foot is back, right foot is back, right arm up overhead. Could be more of a side bend movement or more of a back bend, but I still feel the side movement. Breath in, exhale, active, active, create space, and release, and come down. Good work. We'll come onto our backs. So as we come onto our backs, what is that, 3 twists? Pulling knees into chest, stretching your lower back. So it's important, this would be more like an extension, so you're creating space in your low back. Maybe you're rocking, maybe you like to stay centered. Keep hugging right knee to chest, left leg down. Breathe in. Exhale, we have a twist. So right foot, left knee. I just said I was going to twist I was twisting the other way. That's okay. We'll all be on the same page. Right knee over to the left. Okay. So the tendency is to want to lift the shoulder. Keep your right shoulder down. If you have a block, one way you could do this is to have, I can show it this way, would be to rest your knee on a block. You don't have to. Some don't even have blocks. It's fine. Some don't even have their good mats with them, right? Right, Joyce? So, so here we are, shoulder down. And by the way, so this is Joyce and others, to encourage you. So this is like my beloved mat, and it was at one of the places I teach at downtown in Continental Place, and I've been like dreaming about this mat and missing it and kicking myself for not bringing it home. I didn't know that was going to be my last day there for a while, but I got it. I called the doorman and said, could you please find my mat? And then I picked it up curbside. So it's possible, right? One more breath here. Inhale, exhale. So what I want to say is some of us are coming out at this point. Others might say, oh, I want to extend my leg. You stretch the leg, you go in it even deeply just because you have the flexibility. So again, some are like, I'm ready to come out. So you can extend the leg for a moment, a breath or two. You come back to center, realign, and then we'll do our hugging both knees to chest. And others can join us, you know, in a moment. So rocking, side, side. We'll spend more time in the leg extended. We'll do that. And then keep hugging. Now left knee, right leg extends down to the mat. And breathe. Exhale. And we come across. So left foot resting on right knee, and you come across. So do you need a block? Do you have a block to use? It's probably on its second height, if that's helpful for you. If not, my leg doesn't necessarily come down. It can hover. And what's more important is left shoulder's down. Turn your head to the left and breathe. Nice breath in. Exhale. So before releasing, you know, we're going to be coming out soon, but maybe for a breath or two, some of you are going to extend, and maybe you extend and don't hold, or maybe you're able, maybe you have a strap handy, or you're able to hold your foot. So I leave that to you, another breath or two, or come back through center, pull knees into chest, and stretch out your lower back and breathe. Good. Stretching and breathing. And from here, we will, let's go ahead and have your strap handy if you have one. Don't worry, if you don't, it's fine. And we'll take right leg up in the air. So some of you are holding, some have a strap, some have a towel with the foot, okay? And you're here. You could also hold and have your knee bent, that works. And then we come across to the twist. So as you're turning, so this is kind of what we hinted at earlier. I didn't hold it very long, but now you're working, coming over, your leg is as high as the hip, extending your right arm, turning your head to the right, and breathe. Meanwhile, my lower leg, the outside foot, is on the floor or the mat. It's pressing down. And from a bird's eye view, it looks like your legs are making an L shape. And I'm just going to read my messages here. And breathe. Let's see. That is so funny. Okay. Let's take it the other direction. So you're coming out, and any variation you like, we'll do the counter, any kind of counter pose you like to do. And then we have our second side. So left leg is up in the air using strap, Using a towel or hand to foot, your knee can be bent, that's fine. Some just do this without even holding, right? Lots of variations. And we come across, so left leg coming across. So why would anyone want to do twists other than that, the fact that they really render the spine limber? There's so many reasons, right? There's so many benefits to the twist. So look up at the ceiling or turn your head away. You're turning your head left. The left foot is to the right. And breathe. Notice the leg that's down, it's the outside foot that is touching now. So twists. They help render the spine more elastic. They work the paraspinal muscles, so you're really moving along the spine. You're working with your full range of motion. They help release tension in the shoulders. So that's kind of like on the physical realm, right? They are calming to the nervous system, very soothing, because they break all this tension down. They tone, strengthen, and cleanse the internal organs. So this is something like after twists, you do want to drink water. After class, we'll drink a glass of water. Come out. And now, finally, realign, pull knees into chest. Okay. And from here, feet flat onto the mat. And we have bridge. So bridge is a really great counter pose. You're going to press up. We've done a lot of stretching. Twists are stretching. So here you've got to stretch the front of your body, but you're going to have a lot of strengthening in the back of the body. Clasp your hands, tuck shoulders underneath you, and go the extra mile. The extra mile means you really want to look up at the ceiling, lifting your ribs, your pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale. Lower, come on out, and we know that there's the best counter pose yet, and that is happy baby. Reach for your feet. The sole of the foot looks up, knees are wide, elbows are not to the outside knee, but to the inside knee, and breathe. Look up at the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. One more, breath in. Exhale. Take your legs up in the air, point, flex, and one more time, point, flex. So we'll come up to sitting. Let's come to child's pose. So you might want a blanket under your knees. See how that feels? And your knees can be slightly wide. Come back to child's pose. Lower your forehead down and breathe. We will add a side movement. So it's simple. You're going to walk your hands to the right. When you walk to the right, take hold of your left wrist. Gently pull the left wrist. Lower your head. Pull your left hip back. Your whole left side of the body lengthening. When you inhale, I hope this is not just me, this happening just me. I hope it's like a universal that you all feel this. When you inhale, can you feel the stretch in your back? Like even into the lower part of the left lower back. Come across the other way. Walk your hands off the mat, grab hold of your right wrist, lower your head, and stretch the right side of your torso. Same thing here. When you breathe, are you able to bring your breath into the lower lobe of your lung, but also like really down by your lower back? Breath in, exhale. And back to center, okay? So we have threading the needle. And what I'm going to suggest is you could be on hands and knees. You could extend one leg. You could extend your leg forward. So really have hand, foot, all in one alignment. But your leg can be back. Also, that's easier, okay? Some like a strap. Some can never reach the hand. Some do. So take your left arm up, extend, and then thread through. So left hand goes under right, and then you reach. Maybe you can reach. I reach while I'm still up, then I drop my shoulder down, and sometimes we don't reach. You can reach your foot. And your right hand is like a helper hand. It can push, some like to extend. See how this works for you. Can you get your left shoulder down? There's a lot of left right when you do a twist class. It's hard to avoid it. Breathing in, exhale. Come on out, press, good work. And we'll do our downward facing dog. Okay, so spread your hands wide, press back, lengthen, walk your hands closer in, and stretch your entire spine. So this is the elongation. It's a wonderful counter pose. Breath in. Exhale. Again, see that you're like almost like a letter A. We could say a V, or really you look more like an A. And you're a capital printed letter A in your tailbone, way up high. And then come forward and upward facing dog. And you might say maybe knees are down first time around, lengthen, arch back. Knees could be up or down, depends on you. And back. As you come back, take a moment, stretch into your back. And we have a second side, so I will turn. Your left leg is extended, of course. You can start with, you can be on hands and knees. Do what you did on the first side. If your foot is forward, so hand, foot in alignment. I have a strap. Let's see if I can line up with the strap. So you can see it. Foot, hand, foot, rather. And then let's take right leg, right arm up. Right arm threads under, grab hold, see if you can reach. And once you're here, turning. You want to get your right shoulder down, pull right side of the head down, and breathe. Look up towards the ceiling. Direct your breathing into the right scapula, like you're going underneath it. Your chin reaches towards your left outer collarbone. One more breath here. Inhale. Ooh, exhale. It's like a game of Twister. And then knee is down. And we have downward facing dog. So hands are spread wide. Why don't we this time kind of measured out from plank? Then press back. Walk your feet a little closer in, lengthen the spine, press your hands into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, lengthen. Now we're coming forward. Find your nice core here, and then knees can be down or knees are up as you lengthen, reach, extend. Good. Breath in. Exhale. Going to press back, lower your head, and breathe. Come to kneeling, clasp hands, roll the shoulders back, look up, and breathe. Inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, so we're coming up to standing. We're going to go to a forward fold. So that's all I do is I curl toes under. I'm at one end of the mat and lower. You can bring your hands to the sides of your head, like I press my palms to the sides of the head, like a little vice, a gentle vice, and pull downward so you get this neck traction. Soften the knees, come on up. And there you go, we're up. So a side bend movement. Feet are together, reach the arms up, reach for one wrist, and side bend. Right or left shouldn't matter. Breath in, exhale, stretch here. And second side, lower your arms. Inhale, reach up. Take hold of the other wrist and come over. Breathe in. Exhale. Notice if you kind of shift, if you're against a wall would both buttocks be against the wall, but both shoulders be, like you want to kind of feel like some party would be against the wall and you wouldn't be leaving the wall, right? Breathe in, exhale, okay, and release, and take your arms down. Good work. So we have just coming over. I could do forward folds, but I think what I'll do is this right now. This will warm up the back even more. You need space. We have space. This probably wouldn't go over very well with a class of 32, 36. Okay, so in an indoor space together. So we're shifting side side, and I'm starting out super easy, right? If you have a tendency towards vertigo, this is probably what you're going to do. Okay, and you can see I go over, one foot comes up. I go over. Okay. Now, if you want to go further, I'm going to turn around and show it, because you're going to swing your arm and you're going to be looking at your arm. We'll do a few, we'll stop, we'll talk about breath. I want you to just kind of see what naturally comes to you breathing wise. So over, you twist, you're looking at your hand. Come back to center, over, you twist, look at your hand. Do that a few times. See what is natural with your breathing. It's wonderful for the spine. Okay, so check in, stop. Are you dizzy? Okay, so if you're dizzy, another little trick is that, let's say, so stop for a moment because I'm going to talk about drishti points, focal points, and and talk about breath. So one thing is, I wasn't really using focal points. I was really letting my arm, I was following my arm. I was following the arm. But if you do tend to be dizzy, let's say that this painting here is going to be one of my focal points, and that painting is one. Okay, so I would go over and I find the focal point, I'm staying there. I'm not following my hand, but I'm staying there. Coming back, I have a focal point, it's the screen. I'm going to come over, there's my focal point. So spot 3 focal points, one in front of you, one to your right, one to your left. So that might help you so you don't feel dizzy. If you don't have a problem with it, let fly, okay? The other thing is, I want you to hear the breath. I think you can hear it because I have the ear mics in. It's like you exhale, it's through the nose. And you inhale quickly like a sip in, and you exhale. So it goes like this. Okay, I know it sounds kind of weird. I'm really exaggerating so you can kind of get it. Let's do 4 more on each side and we'll move on, okay? I think that was 4. I get so into it and so into the breathing and the movement that I can't count the breathing. So anyways, let's call that 4. Breathe in, exhale. Now we'll come to the ones I wanted to do earlier. So I feel like that prepared us for the wide forward folding. So your feet are wide. They're both pointing forward. At least you can see one of my feet here. You're coming down, hands push your thighs back, hands come down. And what we're going to do first of all is walk your hands forward. Walk your hands forward, lower your head, breathe in, exhale. Then we're going to walk in again. We have a windmill. So some are really happy to have a block. The block is center. It's not by the foot. It's not by the other foot. It's center. You don't have to have a block. Of course, your hand could be down, could be fingertips or palm. If you have your hand is on the block, you want to be light and you're turning. We're going to the right first. You're going to move from your belly, your heart, and your arm comes up. So I'm not over, I'm not way back, center. It's really key on this one, on windmill, you want to be. So there are different ways you could work. You might find that in this pose, you might find that you'd like to wrap your arm back. That maybe you want, that's more advanced, right? So you might think, oh, cool. I'm going to reach for my right hand for my left thigh. I mean, you see what is possible, right? I personally don't like the block. I like to have my hand down, and I feel like It trains me not to be heavy on my lower hand. Let's unwind, sweep the arms up, come on up, inhale, exhale, sweep down, right hand is down, swing your left arm up into the air. Now you have another, remember that idea of you need an axis, and this axis is, like that's the guidance for the twist. So what you're going to feel, your pelvis will shift. The more open you are, the more that happens, and the more you're going to feel the stretch on your right inner thigh on this side. Some of you can wrap. It's like you're going to take your left hand to your right thigh. Breath in. Exhale. And release. Sweep the arms up. Ooh, extend. And hands to heart center. Step forward and be at the front end of your mat. Breathing in. Exhale. A nice counter pose is a squat. So, of course, your feet as wide as the mat. Sometimes knees are not happy with this. You modify or come all the way down into your squat. Hands are to heart and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. We have chair pose with a twist. So you come up, bring your feet closer in together, bend your knees. From here, bending, and we're going to take, so the modified, I'm going to the right, the modified would be, I'm upright. I have a hand on my back, one hand on the outer thigh. More intense, you take your elbow across your knee, you're trying to drop your sits bones down, your hands are together. Now, when you look at your knees, your left knee should not be forward of the other. I want the knees even. I don't want the pelvis shifting left. I want to be center here. So again, if you were against a wall, both buttocks would be against the wall. Okay, so that helps you there. Breathe in. Exhale. Where to look? Some look down, some look to the screen, some look up. Unwind. Oh my goodness, feels so good. To create space, breathe in. Bring your hands behind the back, create space. Hands are to heart center. Second side. We have chair. Drop down, touch down. I don't know how I tuck on that one. I don't know, because that's a pretty tight twist. And then you have your chair, right elbow against the knee. Really move from your belly. Make sure that your knees are lined up. Palms are together. Elbow, low elbow pushes against knee. Where will you look? Will you have to shift your pelvis? Be strong. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. Oh, celebrate. Come up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Create space. Interlace fingers. And hands to heart center. So we're going to create further space by coming to a lateral stretch. Okay, so extending the legs or widening the legs, and doesn't matter right, left on these. Extending one foot, bend the knee. It looks like warrior two, and it is, briefly. Shift, modified is elbow to knee. You're looking for a line, right? And then maybe you can bring your elbow down, your hand down to ankle and extend. So it's really strong. Breath in. Exhale, reach through the fingertips. Stretch. Press up. Feet squared. I want to do second side, and we'll do a counter pose. So foot turned out, back heel looking to the back of your mat, bend the knee, 90-degree bend, extend, come over. See, instead of lowering, see if you can really open out, create space, because there's more twists coming up, but just maybe 2 or 3. How's that? Inhale. Exhale. Oh, I love these side bend movements. They are wonderful. It's like nothing like a good twist class to really like make you feel like you've just wring yourself out. Okay, we're coming up now. The counter pose, heels turn in, drop down, press the knees back. You could shift side side or stay center, but you can see like the heel lines up with the knee. And press on up. Good. Back to center. Okay, so we'll take left foot back, and on this one it starts with crescent moon. So I would like, for me, I'm going to have knee padding. Okay, so right foot forward, left knee down. Okay. And as you're here, just find this place where you like to be. I know I can come forward. Many of you can. So engage your core. Otherwise, it's like flop, and that's not good. Okay, so strong, reach up, extend. Oh, so strong through your body. Lift. This is like, I mean, it's so open here. You could avoid, you know, the arch if you don't like arching, and some will arch, emphasizing opening the upper back. Okay. So we have a twist. It could be the hand is down, knee stays down. There are so many variations. Let's start this way. Let's start this way. And added bonus, maybe you can reach right hand, left foot. Sometimes you can't. Maybe you're like there and going, oh, I don't think so. Or you do it. Breathe in. Exhale. The first twist from this position. Let's take another breath here. Can you go the extra mile? There you go. The other part then is I come upright. I turn. The legs are the same, but I'm turning away. I'm turning to the left. And my left hand could be on my thigh, back knee, calf muscle, maybe reaching for the heel, and reach the right arm up and overhead. So you have a nice side bend. Breathing in and a twist. Exhale. Release. Prayer balance. You kind of did a form of this from chair. So prayer balance could be the back knee is down, or curl back toes under, extend, and voila, there you are. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. When we come out, I would like you to go back to downward facing dog or child's pose. You decide. That's intense. So you might say, oh, I think I'll come into child's pose. Or what I do like about downward facing dog is that you really, you get this more of like an inversion, right? Both poses allow you to stretch into your spine. Both poses are symmetrical. We'll come to the second side. So you can do that from hands and knees, or left foot comes forward. Okay, I'm going to be turning around. Right knee is down. So how will you go into your crescent moon? Will you be back? Will you be forward? Will you take your arms up? Lengthen. Do the variation you did on the first side. Breath in. Exhale. Lower. And we twist. So the first twist was more about hand on back, arm up, or reaching for the back leg. You might say, can't reach, or maybe you reach. And I know there are different ways, heel in, but I tend to just reach, and I pull in slightly with my hand, and I push my foot against my hand. So I create the stretch there. And turn and breathe. You can look to the screen like quarter turn, or you can look back. We have an open twist. So we're coming up. You got kind of saved by time here. Time's going very fast today. Turning, turning, turning. And you could have right hand on your thigh. It's an open twist. Maybe you reach, and extend. So there are ways where I could be forward reaching, or I could reach back. Where will you look? Will you look up towards your ceiling? Breath in. Exhale. Release. That helps prepare you for the last one. Prayer balance. Elbow cross knee, and it's fine. You may say, yeah, I'm just going to stay right here, or curl back toes under, extend, and breathe. Breath in. Exhale. Again, breath in. Exhale. So the counter pose this time is a forward bend. We're going to step forward. And as you step forward, you're in your forward fold, stretch out and shake out your body. Just feel, wow, your spine elongated. You're going to roll on up to standing. Take your hands up overhead. Hands are to heart. So I had this feeling of, I feel like there's one standing balance in us, okay? Lots of ways that you can make this work for you, okay? So I'll throw out the more challenging one. Left hand, right foot, boom, you extend, you twist. Not for everybody. Some will use a strap. So, and then come into it. Or you use a surface. Right foot on sofa, twist. I actually like that one. Right foot on wall, or bookshelf, or tabletop, or countertop. And you reach, and you twist. Okay, so lots of ways. Let's find a way that works for us. I'll show with the strap too. Or towel. And breathe. For the last standing. Release. Come out. Hands to heart center. Breath in. Exhale. One more side. So again, the wall is awfully nice. You bring one leg up, or a sofa, or whatever, maybe your leg is a little lower, or using your strap. Whatever you did on first side carries over. Turn, twist, and extend, and breathe. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. You know, it's the same position as revolved triangle, really. And hands are to heart. So we have a squat. It's our counter pose. And it might be that you lean, or maybe you come down quite a ways. Stretch your back. Hands are to heart. And breathe. We're going to make our way back. So once you come back, it's almost time. So what we're going to do is start out in bound angle, seated. Breath in. Exhale. And then we make our way back. So Bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana on your back. So the knees are wide, the soles of the feet are touching. Interlace fingers, press palms to the space behind you. We just did, I mean, it'd be interesting to go back and count how many twists we did. Interspersed with many extensions, release poses, and side bending. We're going to release. And so we come to bridge, because bridge, I feel like bridge is wonderful. It's a back arch. And it's like you're telling your muscles, look, I've just set in motion a new sense of alignment. I'd like my muscles to hold my spine in this new alignment. So you're asking your postural muscles to help you right now, to help you hold these new openings, this new position. Breath in, exhale, lower. Counter pose is happy baby, and reach for your feet, go wide. Nice breath in. Exhale. And extend your legs one by one. I want you to be comfortable. Some of you have bolsters. You could slip a bolster under your knees. I will demonstrate. Some don't have that. It's fine. And taking a moment to relax your body. In your home, this whole idea of sheltering at home, our homes truly become our shelters. Our home is it's our safe space. It's a place that carries our history, carries our personality, is a manifestation of ourselves, our creativity. Take a moment to completely relax your body. Relax your shoulders, your legs. Take a moment to feel life force scintillating in your spine. Like your spine it's really relaxed right now, and you've moved it every which way. So much gratitude comes to mind for our homes, for just every people in your life. This beautiful online community, our SAC yoga community, it's so beautiful. Scan your body, see if there's any residual tension, and if there is, let it go. As you're lying here, I think most of you are, I don't know if maybe there's some tuning in from elsewhere, outside of Chicago. I know, outside Chicago, listen to me, outside, thinking of my sisters. where there was also rain this morning. Outside of Seattle, maybe you are in a rainy atmosphere, but right now the sun is coming out. As you lie here in Shavasana, the sun is coming out. Maybe you feel that. Maybe you sense the sun coming out. We're going to slowly move the hands and the feet. Slowly deepen the breathing. As you feel ready, go ahead and start to bend your knees, roll to one side. And I will unmute everyone. You'll come to sitting.